Linear equations. This is a review of part 7. In today's lesson, students will review how to create linear equations when given the slope and one coordinate point. When given what? The slope and one coordinate point. Very good. So remember, we're reviewing how to create a linear equation, a what? When given the slope and one coordinate point. So when we read this word problem, we're looking for three variables or three things. We're looking for the slope, the what? X and Y, okay? So let's read this word problem together. It says, read it with me, happy Monday. Okay, it says, what is the equation of a line with a slope of 4? That passes through the point 1, 9. Okay. So let's first identify slope. What's your mama? Your mama is 4. So in this equation, slope is 4. So write 4 for slope. Okay. Now remember, in a coordinate point, first is x and then is y. So what is x here? X is 1, correct. And what is y? Y is 9. So using these three variables, we're going to look at the steps to creating a linear equation with these three variables, okay? Everybody read the first step with me. The first step is plug in m. Very good, plug in m. So with m, you are given that m is 4. That's given to you. So you write y equals, what's m again? M is 4. Okay, then you write x plus b. Okay, you always have to remember your mama's ex-boyfriend. So it's y equals mx plus b. What is it? Y equals mx plus b. Okay, and here m is 4. Okay, now you're going to plug in x and y. What are you going to do? Plug in x and y. And you already have m. So you ask yourself, what is x? X is 1. And what is y? Well, y is 9. Remember that yo mama's ex-boyfriend, that equation starts with y. So if y is 9, we're going to say 9 equals, remember, m is 4. What is x? X is 1. And remember, 4 and x, they're being multiplied. So you multiply with parentheses by 1. Then you add b. Okay, we are looking now for what is b. B is the boyfriend. B is on which axis? It's on the y-axis because it's the y-intercept. What is it? The y-intercept. So the next step, step 3, is solve for b. All right, so we say 9 equals, what is 4 times 1? What's 4 times 1? It's 4, okay? Plus b. All right. So when you're solving for b, it's saying 9 equals 4 plus b. b plus 4, or a number plus 4, gives you 9. So we're going to make a T-bone steak. What should we do to both sides to get b by itself? What's the opposite of positive 4? Negative 4. Very good. So then 4, positive 4, and negative 4 make 0. Bring down the b. And b equals 9, take away 4. What is 9 minus 4? It's 5. That's right. 9 minus 4 is 5. So 5 equals b, or b equals 5. You can look at it either way. The last step, of course, is to plug in b and m. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about what b and m are. You know that m is 4 and b is 5. Well, you have to use the equation, yo mama's ex-boyfriend. So you say y equals mx plus b. We're going to plug in m and we're going to plug in b. Okay? So we say y equals, what's m? M is 4. So you say y equals 4x plus what is b? B is 5. Okay, so you're going to put a box around this equation. Read this equation with me. Y equals 4x plus 5. Very good. Last step, which is step 5, go ahead and put a 5 by your graph, is to graph your linear equation that you created, okay? So what two things you need to find in order to graph an equation? Okay, a linear equation. You need to find the slope and what else? What else? The y-intercept. So first we have to identify slope. And we know that slope is 4. Okay? I'll put it over here. We know that slope is 4. But slope is a fraction. It's rise over run. So we're going to put 4 over 1. That's right. Or we could put negative 4 over negative 1 because negative divided by negative is positive. Okay, so negative 4 divided by negative 1 is positive 4. You get 4 again. Okay, and again, what is b? B is 5. All right. So we're going to start with your boyfriend. Okay. So B is on the y-intercept, and B is 5. So start with 5. You're going to make a dot, point. Now, if you try and go up 4 over 1, you might run out of room. So why don't we try down 4 and in the negative direction 1. Let's go down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and negative 1. Let's try that again. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, and in the negative direction 1. Okay, so those are our 3 points. You should be at 0, 5, negative 1, 1, and negative 2, negative 3. So then you connect these points. To make a line. And the equation for this line, again, is y equals 4x plus 5. Now, let's do example 5 from your homework tonight. Okay, so everybody turn the page over to number 5 and read this word problem with me. Ready? What is the equation of a line with a slope of negative 2 that passes through the point 1, 3? Okay, so we're identifying 3 variables. So what are we identifying? We're identifying slope, x, and y. All right, so what is slope? The slope of what? Negative 2. Exactly, so we have negative 2. Then we have our x and y coordinates. So the x coordinate is 1 and the y coordinate is 3. Very good. So now we're going to go through the series of steps to make a linear equation with these 3 variables. The first step, read it with me, is plug in m. What do? Plug in m, right? First got to use your mama. So y equals, what is m? M is negative 2. Okay, x plus b. So it's always yo mama's ex-boyfriend. Y equals mx plus b. Here we plugged in m. The second step is plug in x and y. Do what? Plug in x and y. All right. So we look at our x and y coordinate. Y is, what's y? Y is 3. You know that m is negative 2. Okay, what is x? X is, what's x? Marissa. X is 1. That's exactly right. Good job. Okay, but you're going to have to put parentheses because it's times 1. Negative 2 times 1 plus b. And now what's the only letter that is left now? B is the only letter that's left, right? So that means we're looking for b. We're looking for the boyfriend. Or what is b again? B is the, what's b? Seriously? I know it's Monday. B is the y-intercept, right? It goes on the y-intercept. Show me the y-intercept with your hands, please. y-intercept. Thank you very much. So we're looking for that. So when we solve for b, we have to go ahead and do this multiplication problem. And we have our equation 3 equals, what's negative 2 times 1? Negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. That's correct, plus b. Okay, now what do we have to do to solve this equation? We have to make what first? A T-bone steak. What, and we want to get b alone, but what is the opposite of negative 2? Positive 2. That's right. Negative 2 and positive 2 make 0. Bring down the b. All right. And b equals, what's 3 plus 2? 3 plus 2 is 5. Good job. So here b equals 5. All right. The very last step, now that you have b, because remember, you need two things to graph a line, okay? You need the y-intercept. You start with your boyfriend to find your mom, okay? You need the boyfriend, and you need the slope. You need b and m, okay? So we're going to plug in b and m. For the last time, I'm using this green marker, even though you can't see it. Okay, so we have y equals, remember we need m. M is negative what? Negative 2 x. And b is 5. Very good. So read it with me. It says y equals 2x plus 5. All right, so y equals 2x plus 5 is our equation. Oops, I was writing y equals mx plus b, but I really want to write y equals negative 2x plus 5. All right. Okay, great. So we start with the y-intercept. That's at 5. Put a dot at 5, okay? Now what you're going to do is you are going to go, what is the slope? I told you the y-intercept is 5. The slope is negative 2, but it has to be rise over run, so it's negative 2 over 1, or 2 over negative 1. So you have two options, okay? So let's try this. We're going to go down 2 over 1, down 2, and over 1 in the positive direction. And let's try this one. Up 2, and then over 1 to the left. Negative to the left. Very good. So this is your line. Remember, if it's a negative slope, it goes down. Okay? All right. Let's finish the rest of your homework. See you tomorrow.